welcome here to Pepper Stadium tonight for what is shaping up to be one hell of a clash here. We've got the Penrith Panthers hosting the North Queensland Cowboys. I'm AMAC in the box, and joining me tonight is Luke Short / Mitch Riles. How are things tonight, Luke?
I'm good, mate. We're in for a good clash, as you said. Both teams, I believe, did well in round one. But yeah, they're both here to take the win. Whichever team comes out on top.
Yeah, both teams are coming into season 10 with some very different team lists than they had in season 9. It's got the makings of a really interesting clash, particularly when you talk about the number ones. We've got KCK up against Lucas Deuce tonight. Luke, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Lucas Deuce is new to the fullback role compared to your veteran in KCK, but we'll have to see how that goes.
Bro, he kicks it off with the whistle, and we've got first return here from the Cowboys with Monkey claiming up 20 metres there, first tackle. Now, casting my eyes down across this list, both teams real narrow losses last week, so they were in the game for most of it for round one. No changes really in their lineups, so it's going to be an interesting fight, particularly when we look at some of these forwards here, Luke.
Yeah, the forwards, we have the likes of Sabatua and Jackson Allison, big names, as we see it. An early 40-20 from Penrith here. The Cowboys.
And that came from one of the Cowboys rookies, Bazinga, which is absolutely phenomenal there. So already we've got some massive impact here coming from the Cowboys, as we've got Deuce, lovely ball back to Hunter. Hunter pushing up, and we're only 2 minutes in. The Cowboys are already camped here on the Penrith line. Hamilton, ooh, risky ball out to Deuce and a forward pass. That is unfortunate there for the Cowboys.
Yeah, Jay Bazinga, he was a teammate of mine at the Kings, and he's already making his impact in the SRL.
Stramandanoli, ooh, risky ball out to Sabatua, gets it up just shy of the 40, second tackle. Panthers, they are not going to die trying. KCK trying to break up through the middle, third tackle, 50 metres up. Coming, ooh, Lind, dart out of dummy, gets up to the 30. Lind was electric last week. Let's see if he's able to keep his form going tonight. Sabatua, oh, that was just beautiful. Luke, don't you just love seeing a prop charge up through the middle like that?
Yeah, what a run. As we were just saying before about the props, I mentioned Sabatua, and he's just proven that point why he has that jersey.
He is a recruit here for the Panthers this season, played at Sharks with Sonny last season, always had impact in that number 10 jersey, and he is showing he still has it here for the Panthers. So John Boy lining up to have his easiest kick here of the night, it would seem. The Panthers about to be 6 minutes, and we're not even at 6 points, and we're not even at 4 minutes yet, Luke.
Yeah, the Panthers have come out firing early in this one, so the Cowboys, they're going to have to fix up what's going wrong there, otherwise they're in for a long night.
And again, the Cowboys that weren't really playing bad for that first set. It was just that forward pass error. So if they can just get the nerves back underway, we shouldn't see too much more of a blip here, as Hunter lines up to kick it again. And we are off. Panthers hoping for a good set after points. Lewis off to Tu'ua, and he is absolutely rocked. Obviously the Cowboys not too happy with their previous try. Morrison sitting in the number 12 jersey tonight, almost getting to the 30. Tu'ua hitting up again and getting his back coming through. If we look at the Panthers forwards, Lawrence and Tu'ua, what do you make of that pairing there tonight, Luke?
That is a very solid pairing. Both proven props of the game. I do worry a bit about their bench forwards coming into this, so we'll have to see how their bench interchanges hold up.
Yeah, especially when you've got the likes of Sonny Sharp and Eddie Devon coming in off the bench for the Cowboys. Sonny Sharp, both of us played with Sonny over at the Broncos, and he is one hell of a player there, Luke.
Absolutely, he's proven to be quite deadly in the second row, but coming off the bench in impact. Oh,
As Monkey, one hell of a captain's run there, bumping off one and making it just shy of the 40 for the third. Oh, and up just off the noggin. That was a close one. Riff tidies up the crumbs. Just shy of the 40, fourth tackle. So the Cowboys, they're starting to work into it, but there's still a little bit here and there they need to fix. Is Jay... Oh, and no, we're good. We're safe. Harris booting it as high as he can, but Vuvulakawa coming down with it. Not really too much of a challenge. A much better set there from the Cowboys, Luke.
yeah, they've worked back into this game. They haven't given Penrith too much room to play. So the Cowboys, they've made up for that early mistake, but Lawrence goes for a good run there.
Yeah, these Penrith forwards, they are absolutely transcendent tonight. Stamananoli, Lind, Mayava down the sideline to Kameni, and he can't get through. Some good, strong defence there from the Cowboys. Fourth tackle, Afoa, Stramandanoli, lovely ball to Mayava, but he is met, and the Panthers will be forced to give this a bit of a punt kick. And it's going to be a question, do you risk sending it to Jay or Phillips?
So they've kicked at the Phillips, but he gets taken straight away in the two-man tackle. I would say Phillips is probably the better option. We know what Caleb Jay can do on the other side of the field, but you never know in this game.
The Panthers, they only went down by 2 last week, and they are definitely up for the fight tonight. As Monkey is forced to play it there shy of the 30, third tackle. 10 minutes past, only 6 points on the board as Allison breaks up through the middle. He's heard us talking all about the Penrith forwards. He says, nah, shut up. The Cowboys have got just as good a forward there, Luke.
Yeah, he's taken that to heart, I think, and he's proven that he can just do just as good as anyone else can.
As the Cowboys are forced to kick it on the halfway here, and Hunter, lovely boot there from the half in his second season in the SRL. And Kameni dances through the line and gets up to the 30. Now, from the looks of things, we're entering a bit of we're entering a bit of a arm wrestle, and KCK has just steamed right through and gone straight under the dot for their next try. That was electric. KCK, the veteran fullback, breaking through the line and just no chance. Blake Harris, he tried his best just then, but when you're up against someone with KCK's runs on the board, it's very hard to keep track of him there, Luke.
Yeah, that's correct. As you were saying, we were looking at that grind back and forth game, but KCK, he just opens that hole up and goes for it. And
so Panthers, they're only just beating the clock. The clock will be 12 as they're 12 at kickoff. It's looking to be a bit of a dangerous night here for the Cows.
Yeah, we were saying that they were working their way back into this, but they've just let Penrith off of another easy try. They're going to have to really sort of pull that in before these floodgates open.
As Hunter kicks off again, straight down the guts of the field. KCK passing it off to Lawrence again, and Lawrence is met well in that tackle, pushes up to the 20 for his first. Jamandanoli, oh, that was a risky speculator, but Taua grabs it and somehow gets to the 30 for his second. Lewis, oh, long ball out to Stamandanoli. Stamandanoli, he's had a really good game tonight. He had a really good game last week, and for someone who spent quite a fair bit of time in the mines, he's really warming here into the number 6 jersey. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah, it's the thing with halves. They sort of got to build themselves a bit in the mines before they debut in the SRL. It does tend to pay off for them, as we see a very shanked kick there, as we were just making
Well, that's what we get for trying to big note someone. They go ahead and they do that to us, don't they?
Yeah, correct. We're talking him up and he shanks that.
As Riff gets to the 50 metres, second tackle. Monkey's basically touched it almost every set. He is not going to die trying. Hunter, Deuce just can't get through. Mayava coming across the top to help there with that tackle, fourth. Long ball out to Riff, and Riff, the Cowboys, they're playing a bit conservative here. They're just trying to bash up the middle, and I don't think that's going to work against this Penrith outfit, Luke.
No, it's good to complete your sets, but at the moment you're 12 down. I know it's early, but you don't want to be you want to be trying to get some points here.
Sinclair, long ball out to Lawrence. Forwards linking up, gets to second tackle just shy of the 30. Again, the Panthers. Maiava, lovely ball, and not a lovely ball at all. Phillips coming through. We need some more wingers to score. I want that Musbet to go off. First tackle, and the Cowboys in their best position for at least 10 minutes here.
Yeah, they have a strong chance to get some points here, and they need it. They can't really walk away without points from this set.
As Riff, again, working up those tram tracks. Third tackle, 17 minutes in. Blindside play. Oh, that was risky, but is it saved? Oh, does Vuvalakawa stay in? Somehow, I don't know how that happened, but the Panthers, whatever they're paying that man, they need to pay him double.
Yeah, if that winger was probably 6'4" or 6'5", he might have been out there.
Well, there we go. The Knights, they've got two very short wingers. It looks like that's going to be the new meta, as Maiava works his way up to the halfway line. Fourth tackle. The Cowboys, they're turning up here in defence now, and if they can get off a good kick return here, the Panthers, they might be in a little bit of trouble. As we've got Jay. Can he do it? He gets around one, but he just can't get around that second line of defence. A good set there from the Panthers.
Yeah, Jay there, he didn't really seem to get out of first gear there. We might have to keep an eye on that one.
As Deuce off to Hunter. Don't know what Deuce is in there at the dummy half. He has to be running the ball much more here. Monkey, Hamilton. Oh, lovely offload back to Allison, but they lose 1.5 or 2 meters. Fourth tackle. We're just about to have our first prop interchanges, and as you were, hit off the ball, but Caval cleans it up and makes a lovely 20-meter dash. That has probably saved the Cowboys set, prompting a good kick at the end here as Hunter boots it down. Will the Cowboys chase stop Kameni? They do, and we've got our props running off. So you said earlier, Luke, that these prop interchanges are going to be very interesting as Allison picks it off and makes it over the 10.
Yeah, so we've got Rusty Shackelford, and I do apologise, I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name.
Mahana Olo.
Thank you, Amac. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting next 20 minutes here.
And the Cowboys, unfortunate for them, they got flipped on their back, but the Panthers defence, it looks like it's holding. Hunter picking one up just around his bootstraps. Playing it there, fourth tackle, 5 meters out. Blindside. Hamilton tries to put the step on, and Maiava stops that. Going to be forced to come back to the 10. K not even risking sending that up to the box. The Cowboys, who's going to kick it? We've got Caval, who does not kick it. He just runs it. It looked like the Cowboys didn't know really what to do with the ball at all in that 10-meter mark.
Yeah, and at this point, you know, Kuel, he's a experienced half. He needs to be finishing those.
And Shackelford. Lovely first run there from the bench prop. Coming up 44, 45 meters. So, again, someone... Mahana, another one. There we go. We were having a bit of an issue going, obviously the Cowboys bench props are going to win them over. The Panthers, they're not having any of it, so we need to go down and make sure they don't have a radio down there, Luke.
I've got a feeling there, because I'm talking up saying that Shackelford and Mahalo was going to, could be an issue, but they've both bumped off one there and ran a good 10, 15 metres each.
Yep, and unfortunately there for the Panthers, they've just let the Cowboys off after a lovely set there. So the Cowboys, it's now their time to return, and Eddie Devon steps up to the plate. First tackle, coming across to Riff. Again, dancing down those lines. Only gets about 25 metres. Second tackle. We're about halfway through this half. Caval out to Hunter. Hunter met handily by John Boy. Lovely captain's knock so far from John Boy as well. Windmill skied. Phillips Can't get anywhere. We might be in for another 40-20. Give it to Hunter. Oh no, don't give it to Hunter.
I think they might need that one back, mate. I think you might have to nominate a new kicker.
Oh, come on. Well, we've been talking about how difficult it has been for the number 6s to be kicking so far this season. As Maava almost gets to the try line, 2 meters out for a tackle, line side, Amanda Noli rockets back to KCK, and he's in for a double.
Yeah, you give KCK the ball there, that close to the line, he's going over every day.
Yeah, just watch this replay. Rocketed back, and there is nothing but open space between him and the try line. And Jumbo Maava, 25 minutes into this match, has a chance to put them 18 in front. Now, we were talking before the game, Luke, about how close these two team lists were. Is it accurate to say you weren't really expecting the scoreline to look like this?
No, I honestly didn't expect the Panthers to come out so fast. The Cowboys, like, obviously the game's still got quite a lot of time, but they're just not showing no signs of attack or even trying to get onto the board right now.
Yep. On the other hand, though, if the Cowboys can stop some of their errors, it'll be very interesting to see if they can claw back some of this deficit. As Hunter kicks off again, KCK off to Shackelford, and Shackelford makes it to the 20, winning plenty of post-contact meters just then. First tackle. John Boy, lovely ball out to Mahana Olu. These bench forwards are making a meal of things out there. Second, Lind, Sinclair, up through the guts again. Does he offload? Oh, does he ever? Vivalakawa back on the inside. I don't know how that happened, but somehow the Panthers have come back up with the ball.
And they're definitely not afraid to throw it around. They've been passing this ball around as Morrison goes for a run now. This is exactly what we're talking about. The Cowboys, they're completing their sets, but they're not chancing their arm like Penrith are here. And it's proving to be the reason they're in front.
As they're about to shape up for a kick on the 5th tackle. Ooh, it takes a long time to get up for the ball. Oh, no. That was definitely not what Stramander Nolly wanted. Forwards, you need to get out of the way of your halves. The Cowboys, they're going to be gifted some excellent field position here, Luke.
Yeah, so they'll start this set just outside their 30, but again, they're going to have to really throw this ball around, or chance one-up runs through the guts isn't going to cut it.
As Windmill Skeed comes back across, Hunter on the inside. Deuce makes a lovely line break. I think his first of the night, and they need a lot more of that from Deuce to get back into this game. Hunter, short ball out to Devon. Third tackle, they're just on the other side of the 40. Looking promising here for the Cowboys, he says. Probably jinxing the whole thing. Griff, sees half a gap and gets at least 15 meters. 4th tackle, they should be in line for a good kick at the end of this. As Devon gets across the 20. Cowboys shaping up to put a bomb up. This is going to do a lot for them tonight if they can get in the right position. But there is no chaser, and they let KCK get around them and work almost up to their 30. Something needs to happen down there in the Cowboys.
Yeah, like if you're going to put up a bomb, you need kick chasers, and they just weren't there.
As we enter the last 10 minutes of this half, back on the inside to KCK, and he sighs up through the guts again. Sinclair backing up. They lose about 5 meters on that one, but I really don't think the Panthers care too much about that. As, they're doing a lot more with the ball there, and every time they look like they're about to drop it, somehow they keep their hands on the ball. As Sinclair somehow gets up to the 20, the Panthers, do they have it in them to put up a kick, or are they just going to punt it here? Ooh. Oh, now, shut up. That was just way too easy for KCK. That's a hat-trick.
I mean, how can you grub her from, like, what 20, 30 meters out and still manage to get a try like that?
I swear there were about 7 Bulldogs who could have, 7 Cowboys, who could have stopped that one, and must have been blinded by the journeyman. So Maava, 22 probably 22 points in 32 minutes. Absolutely glorious start to the game here for the Panthers. Taking his time. There we go, aiming for that hook. Okay,
I mean,
32 minutes in.
I mean, he can take his time. His team's ahead. He doesn't have to rush any kicks.
Can I just say the jawline of that man is absolutely stunning. That alone could probably stop the Panthers if he had a bit more of a chance. Lining up, Snicko getting sick of blowing his whistle here. What do the Cowboys need to do before the end of the half, or even looking into the next half, Luke?
I mean, if they can't score, they can't get on the board. It's going to be probably an early bus trip, early showers. They really need points before they can really try and even do anything here.
Sinclair gets up 25 metres, second tackle. Lovely ball out to Mayava, and he's met with some good defence, but still wins quite a good post-contact metre there. Shamanda Moley, long ball out to Lewis and KCK, and KCK is off again. That man is absolutely being a terror, and considering he didn't have as much of an impact last night, you would definitely think that John Boy is happy with how KCK is going tonight, Luke.
Yeah, he's the reason Penrith are in the position that they are. As we say, Caleb J, he does get past one, but the defender's there to take him down.
And with just under 5 minutes left in this half, it's running out of time for the Cowboys to really equalise, or at least get back onto the board before the end of this game. 34 minutes. Riff, just shy of the 40 there, first tackle. Really good field position here for the Cowboys. They need to convert this chance, as Deuce shrugs off one and is forced to be tackled there by KCK. 25 metres out, second tackle. Hunter back on the inside to Harris, but he can't get around. Makes some good post-contact metres. Windmill ski, Hunter. Hunter is met heavily there by John Boy and basically plays it where the ball was played previously. Hamilton, long ball out to Caval, and Caval, he is forced back. So this desperate defence here for the Panthers might just have stopped another Cowboys try. As Hamilton puts it up. And again, no one really challenging, but at least they earned themselves another set here, Luke.
Yeah, so they had better kick chase there, but yeah, no one's going up for that ball. A kick pressure, stuff like that. A set restart's going to help you build pressure, but you need points. You need points now.
And dear God, that ball went almost 60 metres there. So the Panthers, they are doing everything they possibly can to keep the Cowboys out. Deuce working over the 40-metre line. Second tackle, 35 metres out. Blindside, nope, coming back across the open. Caval, Harris, Hunter. Ooh, again. I'm going to be interested to see how many tackles John Boy's made by the end of this half, because every time there's someone running, the pink headgear is there. Harris, Aslock, trying to get through and almost does. Fourth tackle. Dart out of heart, dummy by Windmill Skied, gets 2 metres. Fifth tackle, this has got to be it. Who's kicking it? We're coming back. Caval, he puts it high and he puts it far. And Hamilton at least gets the ball, but the Panthers' defence holds, and it's probably going to be going to the halftime break at 22-0, Luke.
Yeah, it was much better kick chase. At least they competed on that one. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off this time, but that's, keep going there. You can't just turn it over.
So looking forward to this second half, the Cowboys look like they'll be chasing down 22 points. It's not the record. The record's 24 points in a half to chase down a deficit. So they're not going to have to play at record-breaking speed, but you would think that Captain Monkey is going to have one stern talking to for his players, as that's just gone over the head of Deuce there, and he's got about 30 seconds to see what he can do.
Yeah, that cleared straight over. Wasn't even sure if he saw it go past him.
Allison probably going to finish up with this one. We'll see you after the break.
I'm just waiting for Kiss Cam to come on me. It's not happening Do you like it? Do you like it? The environment here, do you like the footy? Yes, we're on. Yeah, we're live.
Yeah,
You're not you when you're hungry.
This is an amazing
Snickos.
reception that we've received.
Hey SRL fans, want to support the league further? Join the Simulation Rugby League Patreon. Get exclusive access to additional content, early access to league releases and supporter-only giveaways and upgrades. Whatever you're looking for, we have something for every fan. When you become a Patreon, you're more than just a spectator. You're a crucial part of our team. Your support helps us keep delivering the high-quality matches and content that you love, and it ensures that we can keep the SRL experience growing for fans of all ages. It's super simple. Head to our Patreon page, pick the tier that's right for you, and you're in. Every bit of support helps us grow and makes the SRL an even better place for everyone. Now, back to the game.
And welcome back to the second half of what we said earlier was going to be an electrifying match, and I don't think that has disappointed us. Well, at least if you were a Penrith fan there, Luke.
Yeah, the Penrith fans will definitely be rejoicing after that first half, but as we all know in the SRL, that games are two halves, and second half could go either way.
Yep. Looking at those halftime stats, Luke, is there any player that you want to highlight as having quite a good game?
I mean, KCK, you can't go past him. 200 run meters in the first half alone. We forgot to check out how John Boy is going on the tackle count, but yeah, it's been extraordinary what they've done so far.
As McLaughlin works his way up over the 40. Fourth tackle, 40-20. This was an excellent kick earlier, and do they start the half with another one? They've got the distance and not really the angle, unfortunately, but the Cowboys, they're going to have some good first set. Very good run there from Allison. This is exactly the field position they need here, Luke.
Yeah, if they scored early in this second half, it will be a lot better for them on the scoreboard. They got to be the first to score.
And that was another good run there from Locke Harris. Allison, Allison, whatever Monkey must have said in the sheds there, it is ripped into the forwards. Sim God's smiling down on them there for just a second. Caval playing it there on the 10. Nzinga out to Harris. Harris putting a lovely kick up. Is there anyone there? Deuce. Oh, that was close. They might not have got over, but that was much better there from Deuce.
Yeah, I said in the first half, you keep going to that bomb and that kick chase, it's going to pay off eventually. They've done that there, but they just unfortunately couldn't get it down.
As Connor Bruce comes up, gets across the 40, almost gets brought over the line, playing at their second tackle. The Panthers, they are hitting back hard. Kameni to Mayava. Mayava gets over the 50, shut down though, third tackle. Blindside raid. Lawrence, lovely ball to Kameni, but good defense there from the Cowboys. Fourth tackle, keeping the Panthers at bay. Sinclair, Mayava again, can't get through that defense, so the Cowboys having a reset. They see the scoreline at 0-0, and Panthers, looks like they don't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's an interesting one that they didn't try and kick there or whatnot to put some pressure on them. As we see, Pretlove making a great line break there. So again, the Cowboys starting off in very good field position.
Hunter, Deuce, Phillips gets through the line. He almost gets around KCK, but KCK is trapped up at marker. Can they put a sneaky one in through? Allison. He can't, but at least he gets almost to the 20. Third tackle. Cowboys. Caval. Risky ball. Jay, the Cowboys, they're definitely going to be throwing it around a bit. Their scoreline needs to be brought under control here as Monkey. Pushing. Did he make it? No, just short, but really good to see here from the Cowboys. Not so much that one. But yeah, bit of an improvement here for the Cowboys as it looks like we're about to hit a scrum.
It's the rare scrum we get in the SRL.
Oh no, KCK is off. Thankfully, the Cowboys were able to stop him, but the Panthers, they start their set just shy of the 50. Again, KCK absolutely proving to be a terror here for the Cowboys tonight, Luke.
Yeah, again, usually with that scrum play there, you normally would see someone like a winger or a fullback run 100 metres. So the Cowboys stopped that, which is good.
Fourth tackle just over the other side of the 30. Lewis taking a long time to play that ball. McLaughlin, half a break down through the line, 15 metres out. Good kicking position here for the Panthers. Do they make it 26? Do they make it 28? Ooh, big kick up in the back. Oh my goodness. Shut the gate. That was phenomenal there from Lewis.
Was that his halves partner putting the bomb up to his halves partner there?
Oh, let's see this replay here. Yeah, it's half partner to half partner. Absolutely phenomenal there, and I think shades of something that happened to the Cowboys last week, where there was just no one there to catch the ball and the opposition grab it and go over for quite an easy try there. The Panthers, they're about to be 28-0.
I was even saying it reminded me of that Dylan Brown bomb in the NRL that Mitch Moses jumped up and scored.
It's always phenomenal to see a halves pairing lining up, and considering we've got a halves pairing here tonight of Shemander Nolly and Kyle Lewis, we've got the veteran half the veteran half supporting and being supported here by one of the rookie halves. It is lovely to see, and just a little bit of luck here from the Panthers. As Lewis, long ball out to Lawrence, but he is pushed back 10 metres out. Now, if you were a Cowboy right now, Luke, I know it's 28-0, and I know that a lot of Cowboy fans, as we can see, are probably streaming to the car park right now. But if you were Monkey, what would you be telling to your troops right now?
Look, at the moment, it's all about damage control. They just need to stem this bleeding, really. You got to fight for your plus and minus. So Monkey, he's going to be telling his players they need to shape up their defense and just try and get some points into this.
Yep, and an NRL season is not won or lost in one game. That for and against can prove very, very handy by the end. So, as you said, Monkey and Pritlove, they would definitely be hoping for at least a couple of consolation tries here as they come across their 20 and are absolutely rocked there. Riff forced to eat some grass. Third tackle. Kaval, Monkey getting at least to the 40. If they can get a good 40-20 off here, they might have a good chance of some field position here. As Kaval does the complete opposite of that, and a penalty against them. This is just not the night for the Cowboys.
You mentioned it in the first half. Forwards, just get the hell out of the way.
And I would hate to be at Cowboys training next week, because you know exactly what those forwards are going to be doing. It's not going to be pretty. It's probably going to end with a couple of stains out there on the grounds as Lind, Stramander Noli, Lawrence pushing forward on his back. The Cowboys doing what they can. Snicko sending it up. He wants to see his face on the camera at least. But the Panthers, they'll be taking it back for 10 metres, fourth tackle.
Yeah, I believe those forwards, they're probably in for a couple of coat hangers this week at training.
Oh, there we go.
We were just talking yeah, this could be interesting. We're talking about stemming that bleeding, but yeah, as we can see, that's probably going to be another try on the board.
And not 100% sure what tally we're up to, but that's a winger going over, so everyone's got to be happy with that. Even the Cowboys fans have chosen the Mazbet option too. Mazbet responsibly. This will be John Boy's trickiest kick of the night, but if you can get it over, that's 34-0 with just over 25 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, definitely probably not his easiest kick of the night, but...
Oh. No, shanks it out too far left. But I don't think he cares too much about that.
Look, if anything, the Cowboys are going to be thankful for that one, because the more points get put on this board, the same rule here in the SRL that goes for the NRL. If you concede 50, you can't win the premiership.
And again, it's still only week 2. This is where a lot of teams are working out what works and what doesn't work. So it'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys come back with next week. As Lawrence, again, lovely run there from Lawrence, gets up over the 20, some good post-contact meters. Sinclair, again, him as well. The forwards, they've been trying their best tonight for the Panthers, and that's really been marching their team up so that their strike players can get across the line. Just shy of the 40, third tackle. Coming across again, they're basically passing it from side to side, and you'd almost be forgiven if you're a Panthers fan to just sort of play a bit more conservative, but that is not what John Boy and his boys are doing out there, Luke.
Yeah, well, we spoke of plus and minus before, so if they probably see it as this is a chance to get some really good plus on the board, so they're going to take it with both hands, I guess.
As Jay tries his best to get back through the traffic and is forced to play it there. Oh, Harris. Risky ball to Harris, a bit of a hospital pass. Second tackle. Caval. Good short ball to Allison, but he offloads it back to Caval, and the Cowboys, they are now throwing it around themselves, and again, you kind of need to when you need to get some points on the board. Riff getting across the 40. Not 40-20 territory, but good run there from Allison. Not a terrible set there from the Cowboys.
Yeah, again, though, very conservative. They've really got a chance their arm. They're 32 down, they can't be just completing sets.
And Kameni gets around his first. Can't get around the second 2 cover tackles, 30 meters out. We're about to see some interchanges happening in about 4 minutes. That might be some injection that the Cowboys need, or that might just be the final foot on the neck here that the Panthers are going to bring. As McLaughlin plays it there on the 30. Lawrence to Mayava. Oh, do we have another 40-20? The kicking has been sublime here from the Panthers tonight. Lewis boots it and boots it well. It's got the distance. It won't have the angle. The Cowboys gifted a 7 tackle set.
Yeah, it's got way too much distance. It needed angle.
And Allison taking the first hit up. The Cowboys, they'll be hoping to get down the other end, but unfortunately for them tonight, it's just been a bit too difficult. This Panthers defense has been absolutely ruthless, Luke.
Yeah, the Cowboys, each time they've just run this straight up. They've always had a 2-man tackle. Penrith making the numbers in the tackle, they're definitely not letting them off easy.
As Wimilski gets across the 50 meters for third tackle. Playing the ball very slowly there. Riff trying his best, but he is forced back as well. For a 7 tackle set, we've only just got across the halfway. But again, Monkey getting his team into a position where they can get off a good kick. That's basically saved the set here. Harris playing it. Across to Caval. He's just running it. Oh, Caval. Oh, they were in that cover defense there from KCK, though. They really want the donut on the other side of the ledger.
Look, I thought he was in for sure. He probably needed just to dive there if he dives for that.
As to Ua gets up to the 30 for a second tackle. Subs have just gone off. Subs have just come on. Ooh, that was a risky one. KCK somehow coming up with it. Third tackle, just shy of the 40. Lynn, Sinclair, lovely ball to Mayava. They get 45 meters. 40-20 territory is off the cards. Long ball out to Afoa. First time I've seen him touch the ball almost all night, I think, but he plays it there, and a good defensive set there from the Cowboys, Luke.
Yeah, much better set to be able to start some real good strong, especially with Phillips making a step there. That's what they need. They need good field position. They need to convert. They may not be able to win this game, but they can stem the bleeding and get something on the board.
Yep, and this is definitely where you can experiment and play around with some of those combinations they've got here as the Cowboys throwing it around a bit. Harris coming up with it. He'll probably be off the field in about 2 minutes. That might be the last time he's touched it for the night. He'll be hitting the showers really, really soon as Riff plays it just shy of the 50 for his fourth. Caval, Deuce gets around one, passes it off. Riff back on the inside, but again, Panthers defense, they stem the Cowboys, and the Cowboys are going to be forced to punt it. And here we go with Vivilakawa. Oh, look at that. He's off and shut the gate. We've got another winger in to score, and more pain and peril here on the Cowboys.
And that was just too easy. Those kick returns are always dangerous in the SRL, and that proved to be the case again.
Now, I don't want to be a harbinger of doom here, because unfortunately, as much as we're trying to talk about the Cowboys and what's good out there, we're about to hit almost 40 points, and there's still about 15 minutes left in the game here, Luke.
Yeah, that's it. Look, at the end of the day, this game, the Cowboys will just want to forget. I want to move on. The rest of the season's there. Make what you can of it. This game's,
And heading into next week is rivalry round. So the Panthers, they'll probably want to build on what they've done here tonight. The Cowboys, though, they're up against the Broncos next week. So what do you think the Cowboys need to do to shape up for that challenge there, Luke?
Look, I'm not even going to begin to wonder what Monkeys and Brett Love are going to have to look at here. But look, they haven't been really awful tonight. Just Penrith have just been top class.
Yep, I definitely agree with that one. As Sinclair plays it just shy of the 40, second tackle. Back on the inside to KCK. Whoever's got the Panthers next week, that's who you've got to shut down. KCK. Ooh, line ball there. Cummins playing it for 45 metres out, fourth tackle. The locks have come on, the locks have gone off, and that is it for the benches for tonight. Panthers playing it just shy of the 30. A kick-off, probably good, a punt. No, a knock-on. Here we go, Cowboys. This is the chance. You got 12 minutes here. What can you do with it?
Yeah, a unusual error from the Penrith Panthers. They've been pretty solid all night.
Good run there from Deuce. Just over the 40 now. Riff back on the inside to Monkey. Ooh, lovely ball out to Allison. Just shy of the 30. Second tackle. Finally throwing the ball around and getting it to who they need to get it to. Sharp. Getting across 25 metres out. Third tackle. 13 minutes left on the clock. Riff again. Hits the line. Pummels down. Fourth tackle. Caval. Sharp. Sharp pushes up to the 10. Playing the ball. Fifth tackle. Get it to your kickers. Who's doing it? Two ball out to Hunter. Hunter puts it in the air. And there. Oh no. Does he? Oh yeah. Yeah, that's him. That's just K. K fighting for some screen time against Snicko out there on the field. And finally, the Cowboys, 68 minutes into the game, have their first points of the match.
Yeah, off an unusual error from the Penrith Panthers tonight. They've been pretty solid. They finally get some points, which will help their plus or minus here. But the game, or as some people would say, comeback season's on.
Oh, lovely kick there from Hunter. 6 points up, deficit now 32. 12 minutes left in the game. That's a bit of sunshine there for the Cowboys, something they can build on and something they can work with for next week.
Speaking of Hunter, you were talking about his jawline before. He's definitely built like a forward playing in the halves.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I don't know whether he came up as a junior prop or something and he's transitioned to the halves, but it'd be interesting to see how he went in lock or as hooker. So that may be something for them to test way late in the season. As Monkey Lovely ball out to Riff as they get up to the 30. Second tackle. New energy here revitalized in the Cowboys, but the Panthers, they fell asleep for about half a second. They are awake again, and they are stopping the Cowboys marching up the field. Jay gets around, but is forced back to the 50. Fourth tackle. We're just about to hit the 70-minute mark. Zinga. Val. Sharp. Hits up, gets to the 40. A good set here after points for the Cowboys here, Luke.
Yeah, definitely a better set after points. That's what you want. But yeah, they do needed the score, so they probably would have. No one would have worried if they threw that ball around.
As KCK again scything up through the line, getting up to the 50. Second tackle. The Panthers, they want another one. They want to break the 40. Lewis, risky ball out to a forward, and it pays off. Lovely dash up there. 25 metres out. Third tackle. Coming back across the open, Stramander Noli, lovely ball out wide, KCK. Back on the inside to Morrison. The Panthers are throwing everything they can, and they are. Lewis, no, okay. I guess the fatigue's getting into the Panthers now, and they're just coming up with a little bit of silliness here.
Look, being 38-6 on the board, they probably, they have the right to be a bit silly, but that would cost them any of the games, so they need to definitely get it out of their game.
Yep, and as you said earlier in the night, for and against is a very important thing, particularly when you get back to the end of the season. But both you and I know that, both from our Broncos and our Eels day, Luke.
Yes, plus and minus plays a big difference when it comes to some tight competitions, and that's definitely what we've had in the last couple of seasons in the SRL.
As we've got the Cowboys, long ball out to Caval, tries to break through the line and is forced to play it there, 35 metres out, fifth tackle. Again, forced to punt it. They got to lock down Vivilakawa though, because why would you kick it to KCK? He gets around one though. The Cowboys, 6 minutes left, will be hoping to keep them at 38 points, and it looks like their defence is turning up right now.
Yeah, you'll be getting to that point where you're just thinking one more set, that's all you got to make, all you got to get through.
Oh, and there's actually, I think that's one of the few penalties we've had tonight. So as much as this has been a complete whitewash here by the Panthers, the Cowboys, they've been fairly clean with their penalties, if nothing else.
I mean, when you're down on the scoreboard this badly, I wouldn't be opposed to some players going for the high tackles.
As Lind out to Lewis, long ball out to KCK, and why wouldn't you? 45 metres out, second tackle, 5 minutes left on the clock. Cross back on the open, lovely ball to Lawrence, to Lewis. The forwards and the halves of the Panthers, they've just been absolutely dynamite tonight, linking up all over the shop. Morrison to Ua, back on the field, up to the 30, fourth tackle. They need another 10 metres to put a kick in. Foa does just that, and oh my god, can they get another one? There's just over 4 minutes on the clock, and Stramander Noli just digs a bit too deep into the line. The Cowboys come up with it for what could be their last set of the match.
I believe maybe he actually got the kick off, and that's come off a Panthers Cowboys player into an offside player, but the refs missed that, so lucky Cowboys there.
Lucky Cowboys. Both Snicko and Will out there. They want to go home as well. They've had a bit too much out here at Pepper Park. Fourth tackle, not even at the 40 yet. 40-20, no. No, it was a 35-40 there, and somehow the Cowboys have come up with it. They're now going to boot it out of here, and the Panthers, well, I don't want to jinx anything, but here's Vivilakawa, and here he goes. Over the 40, this will probably be Panthers' last set. They've got about 2 minutes to score here, or that's it.
Yeah, at this point, this will probably be the last set the Panthers will have to score any points. If the Cowboys can defend here, they should get away without giving up any points. But I wouldn't be opposed to a Cowboy player coming out and just smashing a Penrith player at the moment out of aggression.
And considering the Panthers, they are up against. Oh, let me see. They're up against the Bulldogs next week. Pretty sure Moana would definitely like one or two of these Panthers boys not to be versing him, as they're put over onto their back, and the Panthers will be bringing it out for one last play the ball. Here we go.
Oh, Caleb J was away there.
Oh, I think the entire SRL chat would have wanted Caleb J to be away there, as Bazinga works his way up the sideline. 30 seconds left. Cowboys will end the set with the ball in their hands. Riff hits the line. Gets over the 40. Third tackle. Oh. Yeah, okay.
That's speechless.
Yep, and that basically says everything about the Cowboys game tonight. And there we go. So a massive win here from the Panthers. I would love to see what John Boy is saying out there to the rest of his squad. An unfortunate night at the mines tonight for Cowboys. They'll be going back to the drawing board, hopefully, and seeing what they can do for next week.
Yeah, you definitely know that there's going to be some vortexes in that locker room tonight.
As we look at these stats, we've got 7 tries to 1. KCK getting his triple, with Lewis, Kameni, Ta'ua and Vivilakawa crossing for 1 themselves. If you look at the completions, about the same. Missed completions, 23 to 18. About the same areas, points conceded, same tackles, surprisingly enough, considering the difference in possession. But those line breaks, 33 to the Cowboys 26. If we want to move on to some of the stats. If you want to walk us through your highlights here, Luke.
Yeah, obviously KCK, another massive game, 9 line breaks, 3 tries, 296 metres. Definitely the forwards, as you see, every single one of their forwards, starting forwards, over 100 metres. A few of them even pushing close to 150 metres. A lot of tackles too, a lot of defence in there, and not a lot of missed ones.
Yep. Strumentinoli out there, lovely run there as a half, 3 try assists, 168 kick metres, a couple of errors, but you get that when you're early in your career. With KCK there though, 17 tackles and still somehow almost 300 run metres. As we come across to the Cowboys. And again, when you've got your prop, when you got your lock running in there, Allison was running as a prop tonight, wasn't he?
He started as a prop. He may have had a bit of time in the lock, but yeah, again, only 61 minutes on the field, and he's your highest run meter. It's not good for you.
No, 23 tackles. He's tried his hardest out there for a prop / lock rotator. 5 line breaks, probably their best out on the field. Unfortunately, he's had to lead from the front, and looking down there, there's not a lot more working there for the Cowboys. Well, having said that, Blake Harris, 30 tackles, only 1 missed. The Cowboys forwards, they've tried their best tonight, Luke.
Yeah, they definitely tried. Harris, obviously, like you said, he was solid in defence. Allison solid again. So defensively, this team was very, very solid, but they just didn't have the attack when they needed it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that is going to be everything for us tonight. Penrith Panthers 38, Cowboys 6. We're moving into rivalry round next week. The Panthers riding high, the Cowboys looking at a 0-2 start to the season, hoping to pick up a win next week. We'll see you later.